As my platform grows, so would a dialogue. You know, I don't need to trash and I don't need to tear down another content creator's content or that person for my personal enjoyment, because there's only so much of that you can do before people start to realize that you ain't shit. There's only so much of the same nonsense that you can talk about and that you can do before people start to realize that you ain't shit. And that's what makes me not in the same box. That's what makes me a little bit different, depending on super chats and cash apps to pay my bills, because I have a real life outside of this YouTube screen. So a person that is dependent on these super chats and cash apps could never be on the same level as me. And that's why I'm able to speak freely. And that's why I'm able to say what I want and not risk cancellation, not risk getting evicted or losing my cars if people don't like what I say when I speak the truth. See, a lot of people have problems in this content creation space because they spend time trying to be something that they're not. You're not a tough guy in real life, but you want to be a tough guy on screen. You live a mediocre, average life, but you want to be a rich guy or a rich woman and become affluent when you get on the screen. I'm not really a person to give advice, but I will give insight. The key to longevity is to be yourself and don't change up. Be yourself and don't change up. Because it's gonna be people that come and try to knock you off your square. And when they come, you got to keep your balance. Got to show them what's up. So, like I said, I wasn't gonna be on here long, and I'm gonna keep that. I'm gonna keep that word. I'm gonna keep that promise, just like I said. I'm wrapping this up right now. If you guys haven't hit the like button, make sure you hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to support the channel financially, hit me up on Cash App, $Z864PC. Also, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter, Zone864TV, straight like that. And I appreciate y'all for watching me this evening. You guys have a blessed day today. Have a prosperous day. And I will see y'all next time. Peace.
Program was sponsored by The Circle. Everything is copywritten, so please no duplication or reenactments of their lyrical capacity. Results will end up in termination of your life or court proceedings. Thank you.
Billy, what you doing out there?
Watching TV.
As far back as I can remember, I always wanted to be a gangster.
I know, but I know, and I know, and I know, and I know, and I know. Dollar in my pocket, head full of schemes, and I don't take nuts, so we don't really drink. But I know, 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 and I know, and I know.
Y'all wanna know why Joe so sick? Get up in the battle when Joe won't spit. I can slow it down, speed it up, flow so quick. Yes, I know my flow so sick. Nowadays I don't wanna hear your shit. Heard a nigga hard to hear a homo spit. Tell these niggas to get off my dick. I'm just trying to get off my bricks. Who we be, nigga, ask your crew. Who you be is what I'm asking you. Don't talk that shit on this avenue. Don't look at a nigga like a faggot dude. Go save your shit, save your kids. Y'all motherfuckers better blaze your clip. If I really wanted, I could take your bitch. I just wanna see the yayo flip. Clap back, yaks, I don't play for shit. No, I'm not a potty, I don't take no shit. Ask anybody, I don't take no shit. Why these niggas wanna hate on this? Stay low quick, 38 in my hand. Got no time to wait for your mans in advance in the game with the weight and the grams, and I hold more keys than your mate in this man.
Dollar in his pocket, head full of schemes, and I don't take naps, so we don't really drink. But we know, 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 yes we know, yes we know. Dollar in his pocket, head full of schemes, and we don't take naps, so we don't really drink. But we know, yes 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 we know.
Niggas, they say they spittin' the form. My guns way bigger than yours. I got a tech for more. Clip in the drawers, take my word for it, I be hitting them all. Billy ain't happy till I kill your boss. You a soldier, but nigga, I'm still the boss. Tryna kill them all. All for the strength that I feel he saw. Homos, no joke, pulling the heat. Y'all so pussy to me. And y'all know what I do with this gag of force. I get back and forth, pop the rapid force. Y'all wanna know why Joe so sick? Like I gotta vomit, I'm oh so sick. Don't wanna see me when the fofo grip. Clap back, yaks, yeah, I'm oh so sick.
Dollar in his pocket, head full of schemes, and we don't take naps, so we don't really dream. But we know, yes 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 we know. Dollar in his pocket, head full of schemes, and we don't take naps, so we don't really dream. Yes we know, 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 yes we know.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Welcome to class, guys. Welcome to class, guys. And salute to the Goodbreads. It's a celebration tonight, guys. It's a celebration tonight, guys. We got to 4K within the blink of an eye, guys. I want to salute all my Goodbreads for all the hard work. I told y'all this was going to be a total team effort, and I didn't do that, yo. Through the grace of God and y'all, we have 4K, and I just checked. We have 4K 15. So the shit moving fast, the shit growing. Salute to everybody that contributed to that. You know what I mean? Word. Yeah, I know how I am, man. I'm very humble. I come off arrogant because I did the work, but I'm very humble. You know what I mean? Don't believe the hype. Don't believe the hype, guys. Don't believe the hype. All right? So we here today. We gonna celebrate. Yo, we gonna dedicate this live stream to my guy Poppy Blanco TV. You know what I mean? My guy, I was on a podcast like 2 days ago. I was on the World Class show, and we was talking about, you know what I mean? We have a clubhouse. It's like the guys club over there and shit. Like the barbershop. You know what I mean? We was having a discussion, and we was talking about our top 4 boxers of all time. You know what I mean? And Mike Tyson name came up. And me knowing what I know about Mike Tyson's career, me being emotionally intelligent and really being real red pill, not just, you know what I mean, when it comes to the women, like being red pill as in the programming and being a Mgtow man, Roman 12:2, 12:2. You know what I mean? I know better than to believe a character like Mike Tyson could really be the greatest of anything. You know what I mean? That's not true. You got to stay emotionally intelligent, guys. You know what I mean? Mike Tyson is I don't want to say an agent because he's not. Mike Tyson is a victim, man. He's a victim of the machine. He's a victim of the machine, guys. And today, that's what we're going to talk about. That's what we're going to break down to the molecule. You know what I mean? You guys got to understand some of these characters, some of these individuals, you know what I mean? They work for the machine, guys. What's the machine, guys? The machine is the it's the system that hooks you emotionally. So you say, what emotion can they possibly hook when it comes to Mike Tyson. All right, simple, guys. When you red pill, then you understand that Mike Tyson, he represented fear. He represented fear. You know what I mean? Like, Mike Tyson was fear. Like, he perpetuated the black man being a bully, the black man being uneducated, the black man just being crazy, just being a fucking big slave that could only fight. You know what I mean? That was the programming when it came to Mike Tyson. That's why a lot of us poor folks, we in so much awe of Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? You guys got to understand how they push these celebrities and they push these characters in front of us and get us hooked. A la Tupac. Tupac was the music industry's version of this. You guys got to understand. Back when Michael Jordan, we're going to get to Michael Jordan because Michael Jordan was the good guy. He was the Martin Luther King. You can't have the whole black community represented as just the Martin Luther King because then that don't go with the programming, guys. If all our black leaders is moving like Michael Jordan, that makes black guys look competent. That makes black guys look worthy. You know what I mean? So with every great black celebrity, they will create the monster. They will create the alter ego, the Malcolm X. You know what I mean? Remember, they have to have the noble and then they have to have the savage. And this is in all races, guys. But today we're going to focus and we're going to zero in on our hero. You know what I mean? On our hero. Again, guys, they sick these guys in front of you and have you worship them harder than you worship your God. Harder than you worship your creator. You know what I mean? Stay emotionally intelligent, guys. How many of y'all saw the video we did earlier today? Me and Mr. Big Mike, the Big Mike drop. We collabed on a great video. If you ain't see that video, go back and watch that. That's important, guys, because it's a 1-2 punch with this video, guys. It's about being emotionally mature. You know what I mean? Only kids like to celebrate and worship stupidity and fake shit. I mean, modern women and kids worship stupidity and fake shit. You know what I mean? Real men, we see it for what it is. We see things for what it is. But this is no knock to Mike Tyson either. Because, like I said, Mike Tyson is a victim. You got to understand the Hollywood blueprint, guys. Hollywood will find. These motherfuckers know where to go to in the slums of the slums. And they will find the most disgruntled black boy or girl and make them into a shining star, guys. All right? All while leaving millions of other people from that same hood, other little black kids and little girls and boys, believing that they can go from 0 to 2,000 overnight. Yep, you said. You said. I ain't even gonna say it. You said. You said. All right, guys. Keep in mind, guys, that we don't cater to any groups, gangs, communities, religions, feelings, or emotions. We cater to the truth. We cater to common sense, and we do not complicate that. We call out bad behavior in both men and women. And if you ain't been paying attention, going with the theme of the month, we kind of been on the simp's ass. We've been on the simp's neck. You know what I mean? So, again, like I said, today's video, guys, we're going to go over Mike Tyson and I'm going to show you how the system made him into a victim. They picked this guy and they made him into the brawly animal type, and they did not let him use his natural ability of being smart. We always knew Mike Tyson was a fucking genius, but why is he carrying on like that, guys? It's part of the program. It's part of the program. It wasn't up until now that Mike Tyson have a decent conversation with you, and you be like, "Yo, I knew he was smart." So then, why wasn't he acting his, you know what I mean, his intelligence back then? Because he wasn't getting paid to do that. He was getting paid to act like this wild character, like Tupac. You know what I mean? See how Tupac got us all hooked. Thug life, thug life. You know what I mean? Got to think about it. Tyson was down there. He gave everybody heart. I know so many black men that went outside after watching his fight and got their whole head knocked off, bro. Remember we watched that video where they showed you how entertainment causes you to change and pick a character. Remember the Italians after watching the Rocky movie, how the Italian boys went outside and went and see, that's what Tyson was, guys. Yeah, oh yeah. That's what Tyson was. Oh yeah. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? Ultra victim, ultra victim. But when you go to the slums and you pick a nigga that ain't got no parents, ain't got shit, nothing, fuck Hollywood, come get me. Come get, and this is what they do to all of these stars, man. All of these stars. But let's go on and get into some of the warm up. Got a lot to unpack tonight. I'll definitely be dropping the link. You know what I mean? But for those of you that might not know who Mike Tyson is, or you know what I mean, never heard of him, you crazy. You crazy if you didn't. But we're gonna go shoot to my girl A-Lux. You know what I mean? I'm the truth with proof. We're gonna go to A-Lux and we're gonna see what she got. 15 things you might not have known about Mike Tyson, guys. Let's start it off with the warm-up. This is the mainstream shit, though. This is going to be the mainstream stuff. Then I'll unpack it. We're going to go backwards. We're going to go with what y'all might know already. And then I'm going to shock your socks off. All right? But breathe. Breathe. I know how us niggers is. We love our stars and athletes, bro. We worship them niggas more than we worship our God. So I know how we are. So please just breathe. I'll let you know. But right now, we're going to unpack it. We're going to walk it down.
Today we're looking at 15 things you didn't know about Mike Tyson. Today we are the champions. Yes, we're going to tackle the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson.
That is the baddest scam on the planet right there. The baddest scam on the planet. That's what she meant. The baddest scam on the planet. Shit, getting ahead of myself. Got the content on all out of order and shit, guys. Got the shit all out of order. Hold on, be right with you. Need y'all to get this. Definitely got. Oh yeah, we coming back to that. That interview right there was the interview. He told y'all niggas. He told y'all just don't be wanting to listen.
15 things you didn't know about Mike Tyson. Today we are the champions. Yes, we're going to tackle the baddest man on the planet, Mike Tyson. He's a famous professional boxer that amazed the world with his ferocious fighting style and spending habits. He grew up in a broken home in Brooklyn, New York, where by the age of 16, he was already an orphan.
Now, he grew up in Brooklyn, guys. Brooklyn, New York, Brownsville. Down and dirty, down to fight the round 30. That's all I got to say. Everything you heard about Brooklyn, everything you hear about Brooklyn is for real. Salute to my guy Tolo from BK. He'll tell you, for real. I'm surprised nobody got killed this past weekend. They had a little celebration over there. They always have an annual celebration. But every time they have that celebration on the news, somebody get laid out. But yeah, Brownsville, Bed-Stuy, those are awesome hoods right there. If you're not from there, don't go there. Pretty much.
Was left in the care of boxing manager and trainer Customato, who became his legal guardian afterwards. This was the turning point in his future boxing career. He began training at 16 and debuted at the age of 18. During the 1980s and 90s, Mike Tyson became the biggest name in the industry. He won multiple fights, important titles, millions of dollars.
Mike Tyson was the elite project from young. They worked on him. He was a project. He never was in control of his own destination. And that's what makes him a real victim, guys. That's what makes him a real victim. But it's crazy how the real victims don't even see themselves as a victim. But you got normal motherfuckers running around here acting like a victim. But victims don't even see themselves as a victim. Because he was making some money too. So, you know what I mean? If I was making some money, I wouldn't see myself as a victim either. Keep that in mind.
And a reputation that still precedes him. His life has been filled with scandal, controversy, and problems, but he's managed to recover after each one like a phoenix. He's now famous for biting his opponent's ear off 2 times during a fight. If you're new here, welcome. Be sure to subscribe and follow us on Instagram at Alux. Well, we're going to have a look at the life and lifestyle of this amazing boxer. Prepare to be amazed. Number 1. He once forgot $1 million in a Louis Vuitton bag in a hotel.
Now, if that's not some I'm from the hood and I ain't used to nothing shit, only a broke nigga could do that, bro. Only a broke nigga could do that. Because you know you getting it, you getting money. Wow, B. Wow. It's crazy. That was crazy. They used Mike Tyson. They took advantage of his low self-esteem. Exactly. But that's what they do to all of our celebrities. And then they end up getting them to do anything. Because it's like, look, you want this money or you want to continue to live like how you living? You fucked up. Think about it, guys. DMX. Think about all of our greats who tell the truth. You know what I mean? Like Tyson to tell the truth. Tyson, every interview, Tyson want to blow it up. But he know he can't blow it up. Because then, you know what I mean? Then they'll kill him. Dead ass. Just like DMX. How many interviews you saw DMX look like he is about to blow the whole music industry shit up? Like, you know what I mean? But he just did it. But he didn't try to lie to us. So he, like, you know what I mean? We're gonna get to it. We're gonna unpack this thing, man. It's about being real red pilled and emotionally intelligent. That's what we're doing today, guys.
Most people misplace $5 or a few coins in a pocket or a bag, but Mike Tyson doesn't mess around with $5 bills. There are multiple stories with him losing money or misplacing it because he was holding cash around in bags. He once forgot $1 million in a Louis Vuitton bag at a Las Vegas hotel room. Apparently, a friend of his found the bag and returned it, but imagine the face of the housekeeper if he would have stumbled upon it. Finders keepers, maybe? Probably not. Number 2. He used to spend over $100,000 per month on jewelry and clothing.
Again, guys, this is the reason why to this day alpha male energy is extinct. You mentioned alpha male and the mainstream if you look to hear the mainstream speak about an alpha male, they're gonna mention this nigga. And we know that he's not an alpha male, bro. He's emotionally he's emotionally unstable. So now you see how they made the switch. You saw how fake became the new real. So now they start giving this alpha title because the perception is he in the ring knocking niggas out. We gonna get to that, but behind closed doors, this nigga's he's a simp. You know what I mean? This is why it's a lot of dudes today that worship this man, but they simps. And they don't even understand why. It's part of the program, and it's the shit. We got bad cartoons that they pushed in front of us. We got bad sitcoms. Everything was social programming in our childhood. I would say from 80 on to 2000 when they started seeing the internet and they switched the game up. But this is how they was getting us. This is how they was fooling us. They would show us some extravagant fake shit, and then look what he doing. He blow through money. Like he blew through $400 million, bro. If that's not part of the program, what we know Mike Tyson's smarter than that, but they don't care. They tell him, here, spin it, blow through it, so that your peoples could get hooked. Your worshipers could get hooked, and they could fuck money up because now they following you. You know what I mean? They follow. Oh, Mike Tyson bought a Lambo. He got this. He got that. He got this. You know what I mean? And those be the same type of worshipers that fuck they bag up. That's why they so heavy on entertainment. Guys, you got to stay emotionally intelligent, right? When you see some abnormal shit, I'm talking abnormal. I'm not talking Mayweather, because we seen that Mayweather his shit wasn't abnormal. We seen what he did. He did a different way. You know what I mean? But when you see some abnormal shit like come on, y'all know Mike Tyson. Niggas was buying $70, $80 pay-per-views, bro, $60 pay-per-views to watch this man knock somebody out in 30 seconds, bro. So we sat through the whole undercard, all them bum-ass matches. I was small, But they had the house party, so the fight was on. So I'm just sitting there, I'm just watching niggas like, and niggas just real engulfed in this bullshit, like, you know what I mean? The fight ends so fast, now niggas is trying to be Mike Tyson with each other. Black on black crime. Black on black crime. Peep game, guys. Peep game, guys.
When you're such a huge sports celebrity, you need to keep the appearances up for fans and the media. Since Mike grew up in a family that couldn't provide for him, he felt the need to compensate later in life when he had the money. Mike Tyson had millions of dollars in his bank accounts and used to spend at least $100,000 per month only on jewelry and clothing. That accounts for a lot of shopping and very expensive items, including diamond watches and, of course,
Now, I'm not the smartest nigga in the world, but I don't give a fuck how many people you knock out, and I don't give a fuck how strong you is. You beta. You weak. You a weak nigga. Because it comes from inside. The inside weak, then your outside weak, bro. We ain't gonna play that shit. You ain't fooling me. You ain't fooling me. That's like modern women type shit. Because they dress themselves up. They get the wig piece. They put the lipstick. They put the eyelash. It look good on the outside, but the inside all fucked up. Nah. I ain't the smartest nigga in the world, though.
designer duds. Number 3. He had 3 tigers as pets. Another crazy expense that no other celebrity other than Michael Jackson had was tigers as pets. Mike Tyson decided to buy 3 tigers as pets, including
That's another puppet right there. We're going to get to Michael Jackson. Y'all know I'm coming for him. I'm coming for him. And it's sad because they killed Mike. They killed Mike because Mike decided to stop going. He was going, but then he decided to stop going. Allegedly, YouTube. Fair use.
a white Bengal tiger, just because dogs and cats are overrated for a champion boxer. As you can imagine, he spent thousands of dollars on their care, but at the time it seemed like a good idea because he had a bunch of luxury cars he thought would look nice with tigers. One tiger cup costs around $70,000, plus $4,000 for food and care per month. Mike Tyson was spending money like a rock star. However, when the money began to run low, he sold the tigers.
Is this why so many of our niggas is simping nowadays? Because we grew up watching black men with money do dumb shit. I told y'all what happened for our ever. We had an ever. The crack ever was our ever. The so-called white man, he was giving it to us. You know what I mean? And what did we do? Did we do y'all got money? Do y'all, any of my niggas, any of my brothers in the chat, do y'all got any crack money investment? Did any of that crack money trickle down to you? Cause our brothers, the ones before us, they was dabbling in that. You know what I mean? They was smoking it, selling it, all that shit. But do we have any of it? No. You know what I mean? No. We didn't get none. And we didn't get none. You know what I mean? But like I said, that's what they did. That's what they're here to do. They're here to show us a good time. Show us how to have a good time with our money. You know what I mean? And our freedom.
Number 4. In 1990, he was the highest paid athlete in the world. Professional athletes don't only compete for medals and titles, there are millions of dollars that come when you're the best. The top athletes make millions of dollars each year from tournaments, sponsorship deals, and advertisements. Back in 1990, Mike Tyson was the richest athlete in the world, even richer than Michael Jordan and any other sports person you could think of. That year, he grasped over $28.6 million. How
Y'all gotta understand, that was the whole key. That was the whole plan. The boxing industry looked over their shoulder and saw Michael Jordan, what one man was doing for the sport of basketball. And they said, yo, we could duplicate that. All we need to do is get a black guy. Let's get a black guy, juice him up. You know what I mean? Send him in there with some nobodies. Let him take a dive. You know what I mean? And we good. And then here come Mike Tyson. We never seen no shit up into that point. Niggas getting knocked out in 30 seconds, bro. 30 seconds. Round one. Consecutives. And we foolish. We about to start buying. I just saw some shit on the newspaper. They got slippers with motherfucking bottles. Bottle slippers. You know what I mean? You could sell us anything at this point. You could sell us in the black community anything at this point. Nigga Kanye got whole garbage bags on, so now we just recycling now. We just putting on garbage, literally. Crazy, guys. Crazy. Let me see what they're about to say about my boy Mayweather. That's my guy right there. I like Mayweather, you know what I mean? He grew on me.
Other sports person you could think of. That year, he grasped over $28.6 million. However, nowadays, another boxer is in the top spot. His name is Floyd Mayweather, who made $285 million in 2018 alone.
And that's my guy. You know what I mean? And you know what stopped him from being my guy? Because he was rich. You see why you gotta change the laws of your mind, guys? Because we are trained to hate niggas that's rich, bro. We are trained to hate niggas that's rich, bro. We trained to find anything in that nigga loop. We trained to find any little thing in that man's story because that nigga rich. That nigga wealthy. That nigga got more than us. That's what it's about. So we trained to tear that nigga down right there. Oh, nah, bro. That man is undefeated. Crazy.
Well, number 5. At its peak, his net worth was around $400 million. Mike Tyson was well known for his peekaboo technique and quick knockouts. From the early 80s until the 90s, he managed to gather a fortune of over $400 million. He reigned as the undisputed heavyweight champion at the age of 20. Boxing.
Yo, $400 million, bro, and my man running around here in a wheelchair right now. I hope he got some shit that can hit 30, 40 miles per hour in that wheelchair, because $400 million, bro. $400 million, bro. You feel me? Like, come on, guys. Y'all got to peep game. Like, stop liking shit so much, bro, and see it for what it is. You know what I mean?
Matches generate huge amounts of money, and that's how Tyson managed to make so much of it. Unfortunately for him, poor money management and his over-the-top extreme lifestyle made him spend all of his money in just a couple of years. However, he is still one of the highest paid athletes in the world, along with big names like Michael Jordan and Tiger Woods. Number 6. He declared bankruptcy in 2003. By now, you can probably imagine that Mike Tyson was heading toward bankruptcy with his spending mania. For a lot of people, though, it's unimaginable how someone can spend $300 million in such a short amount of time. But when you're a celebrity, nothing is impossible.
It's simple, bro. When you start to put out more than that's coming in, you gonna always go under, bro. You gonna always go under, no matter what. You know what I mean?
Mike Tyson filed for bankruptcy in 2003, admitting he had spent over $300 million and was in debt for about another $50 million more. This news shocked the entire world and forced him to do all sorts of shows and fights just to get out of debt. He's currently retired and is worth around $3 million. The man has such an incredible life that we were beyond excited when he launched his book, Undisputed Truth. Number 7. He divorced his wife on Valentine's Day and paid her $10 million.
Cold, bro, cold. Damn, Mike, but why had you give a 10? Like, you could have gave a 5, bro. You could have gave a 5, got rid of that 5 mil. The 10? I don't know, son.
When celebrities divorce, it's always with a scandal. Mike Tyson has had a very tumultuous love life. He's married 3 times and had very nasty divorces. His divorce from Robin Givens was the ugliest. Their marriage lasted around a year before it all went downhill. She accused him of spousal abuse, and he claimed she was only interested in his money. Luckily for her, after the divorce that settled on Valentine's Day, she got $10 million. His second divorce was settled for $9 million. In total, he has 6 children. His 7th child, a daughter named Exodus, sadly passed away at the age of 4. Trump as his advisor. Back in the 1990s, Tyson and Donald Trump were money-making
Advisor my ass. Trump made some money off of him on his way up. You know what I mean? Trump, because Trump was coming up around this time too. Because I ain't even gonna hold you. Trump made a lot of money off of WrestleMania. What was that? 4? 3? He did 2 back to back. He did 4 and 5 back to back in the Trump Plaza in Atlantic City, New Jersey. You know what I mean? So that was right after his little bankruptcy too. You know what I mean? So who else better than to fuck with? Somebody that went through it. I tell you guys all of the time. Mentors and advisors is the best people to have. Stop trying to do this moving silent shit. Stop trying to do it by yourself. Ask people, fuck with people, take in new information because all it is their experience, bro. Their experience. But yeah, Trump made some money off the nigga.
machines. These two always had a business-oriented friendship. Trump had Tyson fight in 1988 in order to promote his casino and paid him $11 million. He made over $26 million on that night, and that's why Tyson hired him as a financial advisor. Tyson returned the favor in 2015 when he supported Trump in his presidential run. It apparently seems like your advisor can one day become your president. Number 9. He refrained from sex for 5 years. When you're striving to become a professional athlete, there are some strict rules you need to follow.
Yo, see, guys, and that be some for my semen retention fellas. You know what I mean? The shit you reading and you studying is true, bro. It's true. It's some superpowers that come from that. You know what I mean? Some superpowers that come from that.
It all begins with training, diet, priorities, and even relationships. Trainers will not let you wander around dating and clubbing, especially when you're competing. Mike Tyson had to refrain from sex for 5 years in order to become a ruthless boxer and stay focused. It's a pretty common practice for most athletes because it's believed that sex will sap men of their testosterone and energy, therefore hurting their performance.
It ain't just sex, bro. It's just the women, period, bro. It'll have you operating on a feminine energy. The more you be around women, the more feminine you act, bro. It's like because you gotta understand when a feminine woman get around you, right? Your masculinity evens out, and like because you're really masculine. If you really are masculine, then your masculinity, the magnet gonna go zoop halfway, so that you're able to be gentle to that feminine energy. You know what I mean? So the longer you stay around that, you only halfway you got me. You only want to be around that at halfway for a little bit and then get out of there and get back to the max you. The max you is in your loneliness, bro. Remember, loneliness is your superpower, man.
Number 10. He had a 52-room mega mansion in Connecticut. Because he never had a home as a child, Tyson spent a few millions on houses as well. He had a house in Ohio, one in Las Vegas worth $2.5 million, one in New Jersey he bought for $4 million, and a 52-room mega mansion he bought for $2.8 million. And this mega mansion is also the reason he went bankrupt in the 2000s. The house had 9 kitchens, 21 bedrooms, and a casino, among other luxurious amenities. To keep the house running, he was spending at least $70,000 per month. The house was later sold to rapper 50 Cent, who also went bankrupt. I guess some houses are haunted. And Alexers, if you'd like to learn some more about 50 Cent, click in the top right corner to watch our profile all about him. Number 11. He was paid $30 million for the famous fight with Holyfield. There's one specific box.
Motherfucker got 30 mil to bite a nigga ear off, B. Fuck out of here, boy. Now, if that wasn't a movie, if that wasn't a motion picture for us to be distracted on whatever it was, they must ain't have nothing going at the time. But that was a huge distraction at the moment, guys. Think back. Think back. It was kind of like the Will Smiths and Chris Rock fake slap, right? Huge distraction, lasted for weeks, months. Huge distraction that's fake. So then once you break it down that it's fake, you like, wow. You know what I mean? Things that make you go, And no, guys, I'm not no conspiracy artist or none of that, guys. Think. I break down words too now. Conspiracy, that's a con spirit I see. So if I see a con spirit, I'm gonna call it out. So this a con spirit right here. This a con spirit. So if you want to say conspiracy, then you say that. But this a con spirit I see. Period.
Incident that shocked the entire world. It was the fight between Mike Tyson and Evander Holyfield from 1990.
KDH, you always doing that shit. Every fucking live, you start showing niggas the cheat sheet. You start giving the whole class the cheat sheet. But as soon as I turn around and write on the board, KDH then pass the cheat sheet out, and now y'all know. Salute, my guys, salute. Word. Welcome to class, Face Facts, yo. It's an honor to have you over here with us, man. Word, Face Facts. Salute to you, my guy.
96 that ended due to Tyson's extreme behavior. He bit Holyfield's ear 2 times. The second time, it was so severe that a piece of his ear was found on the floor. Needless to say that Tyson lost the fight, but managed to get $30 million while his opponent won $3 million more. Aside from their prices, the fight made $100 million that night, and it goes down as one of the richest in history.
When do you ever know the loser to get paid $3 million less than the winner of a fight, bro? Tyson was the machine's project, bro.
Number 12. He now has a YouTube channel. Although he's now in his 50s, Mike Tyson is not retired from the spotlight. He's still doing entertainment fights, small movie roles, and nowadays, apparently, he's a YouTuber. A lot of celebrities have jumped on the vlogging trend, including Mike Tyson. On his YouTube channel, Hotboxin' with Mike Tyson, he invites all sorts of people to talk about different subjects, and also a few comedy-like videos with his family. The channel has almost 500,000 subscribers, meaning that Tyson's name is still holding up the reputation. Number 13. He's invested in the cannabis industry. Since marijuana is now legal throughout Canada and many states in the US, people are beginning to invest in this newfound industry. Since money is a little scarce these days for Mike Tyson, he's now investing his money, and some of it went to the cannabis industry. He bought a 40-acre farm in California and plans to get into the multi-million-dollar business of marijuana. Tyson is no stranger to the drug. He's reportedly been using it to chill out and manage his anger. His strain is called KO Kush, and he smoked it with Conor McGregor. Wait a minute, maybe that's why his YouTube channel is called Hotboxin'. Number 14. He's believed to have bought 111 cars. Still wondering how Tyson spent his fortune? Luxury cars and lots of them. He
Being a beta male, that's how he spent his fortune. Being a beta, bro. Simping for the women, bro. Simping for women that ended up divorcing him. Like, that's crazy. And then you get them bitches 9 and 10 mil. Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. But then y'all gonna paint this nigga like he an alpha male. Like, and fuck the image up for the real alpha males like myself. Like, that's, you know what I mean? And that's how the mainstream push it. That's why all the bitches busted open for dumb niggas nowadays, bro. Think about it, guys. This is the programming right here. It ain't only affect us and got us worshiping niggas and not our God. It got us worship. It had the bitches. It had the bitches busting it open for pookie niggas. Niggas that can fight. Niggas that go outside, take the shirt off and think they Mike Tyson. Think about it, guys. Peep game, like, we older now. Like, we ain't kids no more, bro. Fuck all that fantasy shit, bro. I don't fuck with none of these niggas. I don't like none of these niggas, bro. And that's not hating. That's realistic, bro. I like God, bro. Fuck that. You know what I mean? That's my nigga. Fuck all that. Yeah, we grown men now, guys. We grown. We grown now. We here now. We see it. We have the internet. We have the information. We see how they got us in a certain era. Now we gotta log the fuck off. Cause everybody that's logged on is getting got. You know what I mean? That's how they getting us this era. But before, they used to just send these characters at us. Not all. How they say? How the modern women say? Not all these characters, but most of them, some of them, a lot of them.
Owned Ferraris, Bentleys, Rolls Royces, Lamborghinis, and many other expensive cars. But because he also sold a few, damaged others, and gifted even more, it's believed that he's bought around 111 cars in total. He was definitely not afraid to talk about his wealth or show it. Tyson spent millions of dollars on the cars and viewed them as rewards for winning fights or titles. Even from prison, he was spending money and buying cars through dealers and advisors. Number 15. He bought his ex-wife a $2 million golden bathtub. Mike Tyson is definitely the king of
Would you look at this dumb shit hit? Hold on. guys, a gold tub. All right then.
luxurious and extreme purchases. He wanted to enjoy his money, and that's exactly what he did. After his bankruptcy, a lot more crazy expenses came in the light, including a $2.2 million 24-karat bathtub. It was apparently a birthday present for his ex-wife. The tub was recently bought by billionaire Durwood Hodgegrass for $1.2 million. I guess golden bathtubs don't go out of fashion for rich people. Well, Aluxers, that's a wrap on Mike Tyson. His life is so complex and intricate, it needs a 5-part franchise to fully grasp it. He's done it all and somehow managed to get through life, prison, scandals, and millions of dollars completely alive. He's truly a fighter, and we can't wait to see more of his extravaganza as he gets older. But still here, are you? Good, because we have one more fact ready for you guys who always watch the video until the end. The true Aluxers. Here it is. Number 16. His pigeons only drink Fiji bottled water. After the entire tiger mania, Tyson tried other animals as pets. He's now into birds, more specifically pigeons. He owns really expensive pedigree pigeons that he treats like royalty. Some of them cost $5,000, some less. The birds only drink Fiji bottled water because they deserve the best, of course. Although they're pretty high maintenance, they're still not as expensive as tigers, of course.
All right, guys. So now it's time to breathe, guys. Now it's time to breathe. Now we gonna go in. You know what I mean? That's the mainstream shit. You know what I mean? Now it's time to go in. So now I need y'all to take a little breath, take a little breather. You know what I mean? I'm gonna play a little break. We're gonna go to a little commercial break. And when we come back, we're gonna get straight into it. Y'all know how we do over here. You know what I mean? Y'all come for the entertainment, but y'all stay for the truth. So let's get it in.
Do what I do, cause I don't give a fuck. One or two people side with it, and them the one or two people that's rolling with me. I'm not looking at the majority. I told y'all from day one, the majority's not gonna side with you. I'm only gonna get subscribers here and there, and that's cool. I'd rather have 50 killers than 1,000 soldiers. Yeah, so they always gonna be mad. Welcome.
That's just how it is. You have to check this. Because we're warning guys about the bad woman, which now has pretty much leveraged most of the world. So the type of woman that is good is pretty much slim. We're not teaching hate. We're teaching.
All right, we back, y'all. Y'all stretch y'all legs. Those of y'all that don't like the truth, or y'all just like worshiping niggas, y'all hope they done got the fuck on out of here. You know what I mean? Because it ain't even that time. It ain't even gonna be that type of party today. We gonna tell the truth and what it is. You know what I mean? And this is why UFC came and did what it had to do. This is why UFC came and did what it had to do. Because how the fuck it take boxing down? Boxing was dope. Like, boxing was it back when I was little. You know what I mean? But as I started to get older, it started to vanish. It started to disappear. Like, how? How? You know what I mean? But when you go to the well too many times, it get dry. You know what I mean? And that's how the system is. The system will beat something in the head and beat it in the head until it ain't good no more. And UFC came and took its shine. Salute to UFC. And salute to my guy Hoax, man. Y'all already know what it is, man.
Take my cue, time after time. I've done my sentence.
Boxing had been used as a tool to make Mike Tyson a better person. Well, it actually unleashed an amazing talent. In fact, it was a talent so different that the people guiding him into his pro career understood that the plan had to be different. And it was a plan much different than we're used to seeing in modern day fighters.
Mgtow, in a brilliant fashion, choreographed the way Mike should fight, how he should fight, who he should fight.
Even though he had 15 fights in that period, he only fought 22 actual rounds. So training became even more important for him. Tyson had to simulate what it's like to be in actual combat.
I fixed a lot of fights over the years.
He can say he fixed a lot of fights over the years without worrying about the consequences because...
And the statute of limitations, of course, has long since run.
The art of fixing a fight is often more subtle than, kid, this ain't your night. A wink and a paper sack full of cash.
What you'll do is you'll talk about a fighter that you'll have who needs to stay busy.
Stay busy means win. Everybody knows that.
So the other guy knows that you need someone to lose to your fighter, and he'll say, I've got somebody who's in the gym, but not much lately. He's not in great shape. Okay, so now we're talking about somebody who's probably not going to go the distance. The response to that is, that's okay. I only need 3 or 4 rounds of work. And the other guy will say, okay, well, my guy's only good for 3 rounds. And you can fine tune without ever saying, I want this fight to be fixed. But the fight is as fixed as it can be, and you will get exactly what you want. I don't think it's wrong.
All right, now breathe, yo. Take that in. Take in what you just heard, class. Take in what you just heard. Know what I mean? You notice how they not showing their face. These niggas is ratting and they not showing their face and they know what they talking about. Know what I mean? So just breathe, guys. Breathe. And it's no money back, yo. No money back. You can't call it can't call boxing and get your money back. I smell a Donahue. I smell it, right? The NBA dude, right? That's another sport, right? Y'all guys, man, y'all get sucked into this shit, spend y'all money, get y'all all the time, yo. I'm telling you, yo. Once they know how to play with your emotions, they get you to spend your money. It works every single time, guys.
Widely known. People don't want to believe this, of course not. And they don't want to feel that they've been fooled and cheated. But they have been.
The comeback of George Foreman, who first won the title in 1973, includes questionable fights. Before winning the heavyweight title again in 1994, Foreman knocked out at least 5 men who entered the ring with bogus records. One of them.
And we all know that boy went to get pushed to the moon. He had the George Foreman grill. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? He got pushed to the moon and shit. Like, shit crazy, bro. Shit crazy. No history. We have no history. Our history is in the Bible, bro.
Mike Jamison was billed as having a 17-15 record when he was 13-16 and hadn't fought in nearly 3 years. Mike Jamison. Now let's connect the dots. 4 years prior, Mike Jamison also fought Mike Tyson. If it was rigged with Foreman, that was definitely fixed with Tyson.
Losses with 8 knockouts.
Jamison is doing at this point what I think should have been doing in the first place. He just took the right hand.
One has to remember that just because a fighter is hit, it does not mean the fight isn't fixed. Fighters take hits to sell the fight, others take obvious dives.
Now, guys, y'all know how to watch boxing. I did a little bit of boxing back in the days. When you judging boxing, you judging by the red, right? You're gonna see the whole glove. You're gonna see, that's why the gloves are red, guys. You're gonna see the whole glove of Mike Tyson come up. Never connecting with this man whatsoever.
If it was rigged with Foreman, it was definitely fixed with Tyson.
Losses with 8 knockouts.
Jameson is doing at this point what I think should be doing on the first goal. He just took the right hand.
One has to remember that just because a fighter is hit, it does not mean the fight isn't fixed. Fighters take hits to sell the fight, others take obvious dives.
He just took the right hand.
He's down to one knee. Jameson, Joe Cortez, the referee with a count, and Jameson suffering his second knockdown here in the
I believe at this moment, the referee looks over to get the signal to stop the fight.
back up in the corner, and one thing, he's a showman. Jameson wants to continue. Referee Joe Cortez says no. Jameson says he wants to go on, but the referee Joe Cortez says it is over, and Mike Tyson is a winner again.
But let's get back to Tyson later.
So rigging the record, that's another way to fix a fight. Charles Farrell once invented an entire career for a guy named John Carlo who had never fought at all.
My friend, and we'll keep on fighting.
The fight's ruled a technical draw. If it happens after the end of the third, they go to the scorecards.
Defeated King of Beers and fighting out of Atlanta, Georgia.
This is proof you can't do nothing with the bitches. Even if you try to scam the system, you can't do nothing with the bitches, bro. The bitches will always blow it up. This is crazy, but peep game. Peep how deep boxing get. Yo, peep how wicked boxing is, bro.
Georgia. She weighed in at 133 pounds. Her fine record stands at 15 wins, only one defeat with 8.
Mind you, this chick, her record says she got 15 wins, 1 defeat. This bitch is a prostitute that they just picked up off the street corner, bro, and put her in the ring with this other bitch, bro. Unbelievable. Peep game, guys.
8 wins coming by way of knockout. Introducing Bethany Sweet Brown Payne.
The date was November 9th, 1996, and a chance for women's boxing to shine. The fight was a televised pay-per-view featuring Bethany Payne versus Christy Martin. As Payne entered the ring, they announced and posted on the tail of the tape that Payne donned an impressive 15-1 record. Where that bogus record came from for Payne is anyone's guess. But it didn't take long to see this female did not have any idea how to actually box. In a Miami Herald article that WBAN posted in 1999, writer Ken Rodriguez, who wrote an article about the seamier side of women's boxing, had Payne included in this disturbing report. Ken Rodriguez wrote the following in that 1999 article. A mysterious woman from Atlanta appeared in the MGM Grand Boxing Ring in Las Vegas 2 years ago, a shadowy figure amid sparkling lights. She was tall and thin and went by the moniker Foxy Brown, and that should have given fans a clue. On paper, Bethany Foxy Brown Payne looked like a champ. 15 victories in 16 fights, the ring announcer said. But the woman inside the ropes, awaiting the biggest female fight in history, was a former prostitute, a stripper who had never fought before. Within minutes, Payne was hammered by Christy Martin, reigning queen of women's boxing, and disappeared into a haze of smoke and neon. 1.6 million homes witnessed the first-round technical knockout. Women's boxing is propped up by a host of Bethany Payne's opponents who can't fight a lick. Some are hookers, many are exotic dancers, most are looking to make quick money, added Rodriguez. Rodriguez said, Christy Martin made $75,000 for beating Payne. According to Fight Facts Incorporated, keeper of all professional boxing records, Payne had never before fought in a sanctioned bout. Payne had trained for a whole 2.5 weeks before fighting Martin. This is one flash from the past fight that any and everyone would like to forget ever happened on a big televised card.
Who was gonna?
Modern women to do anything for money, yo. She took a that bitch. She was taking punches with her head, boy. She was blocking with her head, yo. Wow. Why they just put her in there, yo? They do anything for money, guys. Modern women will do anything for money and attention. Be unbelievable. Back to Tyson, man.
No. All we need to do is phone it into the record book as a TKO win, as long as it's reported. That's what the record will say. And I don't care what the 300 people have seen. It's not going anywhere.
Foreman also knocked out one opponent who fought under multiple names. Journeyman Frank Luck suffered a third-round knockout by Foreman in 1988 while using the alias Frank Williams. Promoters listed Williams as 33-13-3. Lux, who denies ever taking a dive, says he learned about fake identities and how to escape injury in the ring from manager Bruce the Mouse Strauss. Sworn statements and interviews with more than 60 fighters, promoters, trainers, managers, matchmakers, and commissioners suggest the Herald identified only a fraction of the fraud. People say it doesn't go on, but it does, says one former world champion who requested anonymity. I've been there when they fixed fights. I'm talking about people paying people to take dives. I've seen the rehearsals. I have first-hand knowledge of that. It still happens. A lot. Another boxer, the former heavyweight Andre Smiley, said he made thousands of dollars faking 14 knockouts from 1990 to 1997. Others claimed many fraudulent matches were arranged by promoters or matchmakers, intent on improving a fighter's record and ranking to earn big money title fights.
Irish Hurricane Peter McNeely.
I always said when I saw this, when I saw this, because I was older, I was getting older now. You know what I mean? And I saw this clown, I was like, this nigga goofy, bro. I was like, he is goofy.
Keep laughing. Keep laughing. It's real funny, huh? If any one of you doesn't respect me or what I'm doing or what I've been doing for the last 3 months since we've been masked, going against a guy like this, you have a big dump in your pants. Talk to me. Make them soon, because remember what happens when I wrap you in my cocoon.
And then Vin Vecchione. Vecchione had no money, so I, for a while, was bankrolling what they were doing. I was bringing McNeely in sometimes, and Vecchione to New York for various things, and I was making fights for Peter. So I bring Vecchione to Al Braverman's office, who's Don King's director of boxing, and we work out a deal for McNeely to be Tyson's first opponent, which is a completely win-win situation for everybody.
I'm just happy to be here. Everybody's made their statements. McNeely had a cute statement.
I get a phone call, He said, look, somebody thought I should give you a call to let you know the fight won't go, it's not going to go 90 seconds. It was, it was $1 million bet, and the fight's not going to go 90 seconds. Somebody thought we might be interested in that.
Stop that nonsense because they were starting to butt heads. Oh! Tyson with a left hook right up and down goes McNeely.
McNeely's hurt this time, Steve. He's very hurt. He can barely stand up. It's only 30 seconds left.
89 seconds. At which point, Vin Vecchione steps between the ropes to prompt the ending to the fight. Vecchione really had this thing figured out, understood that it was crucial that there be no finding of impropriety, because Tyson was the machine on which boxing ran, by far the biggest earner in the world. And when he fights in Vegas, they generate a...
What do you think?
Oh, you're doing your dress-up thing.
It's cosplay.
Yeah, role play.
My people get me. They just get me.
Mamba.
long-lasting fruit flavor.
$1 billion in added revenue.
You know, I got knocked down. The man's quick. He hits hard. The second knockdown, as the film will show, I was shaky and I slipped and I fell on the rope. You see the... Hey.
Shut the hell up, bro. This nigga's a dummy, son. This nigga is a dummy, son. Just collect your money and go, bro. He still got his mouth open, bro. What a dummy, yo. What a dummy. Salute World Class Show. You know, this is that video for Papi Blanco, man. Where Papi Blanco at?
You see the fit. Look at the film. Look at the film. Look at the film. My knee buckled without even getting hit. Look at the film.
That was a nice little right hand, but it didn't land with a huge amount of crunching force. Let's look at it. Keep your hand and keep your eyes on the right hand of Mike Tyson. Now he's in a perfect position to come back. Whack. And you see he's turning his head as he got hit. But it was enough to stun him, and he kind of tripped over Mike's feet as well.
Interesting quote. Mike Tyson was the machine on which boxing ran. With that being said, let's look at a few of Tyson's fixed fights.
But don't blink, because you could miss it. A low right from Young.
Wait a minute. I'm not the smartest nigga in the world, but I ain't see no contact right there, guys. I don't know about y'all. The boy right there ain't hit that boy. He ain't hit that boy. And the boy bounced on the ropes.
But don't blink, because you could miss it. A low right from Young.
Come on, y'all. Y'all see it? Look, you saw it again. In slow-mo. Closer. The whole red, guys. Remember, look at the nigga. Oh, wow, what an act. Remember, guys, that's how you score the points. When you see the red, you looking at the red, and once it hit and make contact, you'll know. Ain't no contact right there, bro. And they got this nigga playing the whole act, too. Like, wow. You know what I mean? Wow. Because boxing wanted a Michael Jordan. But they also wanted that image of a black man that's a savage, that's off the handles, You see how he acted back then, bro?
Fixed fights.
But don't blink, because you could miss it. A low right from Young.
That shit crazy. Clear miss. Tyson looked at him like, oh, okay.
And here's the first of the 3 knockdowns.
Here we see Alex Stewart dropping his hands to give Tyson a clear hit. Notice he turns his head to follow Tyson's punch. This is how to lessen the injury. This next clip proves it was a fixed fight without seeing punches thrown. Listen to the commentators, look at the scheduled rounds.
That he'll be able to take a punch, that he'll fight back when he's hurt, that he'll persist when he's frustrated, that he'll be able to go 10 hard rounds.
See, niggas all be in on it, bro. So the nigga, this is before the fight too, guys. This is before the fight. So now the shit gonna go 10 rounds, of course. Of course it's gonna go 10 rounds, you know what I mean?
Expectation tonight is to beat Mitchell Green. But Mitchell Green, like him.
Hold on. Cause I know what I mean, I had inside information because y'all know I'm not the smartest nigga in the world. So if it's a topic, I'm not gonna touch on it. I'll be quiet as a motherfucker, like, you know what I mean? But when it's a topic that I know some information on, I just be knowing, like, CeeLo. Put a 1 in the chat real quick, CeeLo. Cause you my truth for proof right now, CeeLo. This Mitch Green right now. This Mitch Green on the screen. This what blew them up. This what blew the whole thing up. CeeLo Myers, if you in the chat, put a 1 in the chat right now, bro. Please be in the chat. Please, yo. But we gonna continue. This is important. This is an important one right here, guys. This is important.
Dan is off the streets of New York.
Can be learned in talking to some of the people he fought. Look at this. Look here. Look at here. Just laughing at him. And Green seems to me, Ray, to be doing all the wrong things. That's very good body
The
movement.
fight is scheduled for 10 rounds, and it goes 10 rounds. Tyson says he didn't want to knock him out, but that's only because it's scripted to go the full 10. Looking at the footage,
And that's not true. That's not true. Mitch Green, let me tell y'all something. We know Mitch Green, bro. We know Mitch Green. CeeLo not in the chat right now, but when CeeLo play this on the playback, he gonna know and he gonna verify my story right here. Mitch Green used to come to the block and buy crack, bro. And mind you, he's a blood. Rich Green was a blood. Know what I mean? And he used to come to my block and buy from the OGs. Know what I mean? From the OGs. CeeLo know what's up. And the nigga used to tell us boxing stories too, bro. And he told us about Mike Tyson, bro. He told us he was gonna go in there, fight the nigga. You know what I mean? In fact, guys, you know, the nigga Mitch Green, you know that black guy that he got, that he caught? Mike Tyson did not give him that. So the fact that the mainstream tried to run with that, like if him and Mike Tyson ran into each other and got into a fight, Mike Tyson didn't give him that. That nigga came back late on some work, and you know what I mean? Some brothers gave him that eye, yo. You know what I mean? Some brothers gave Mitch Green that eye. But let's get back to the story though, B. That's just a little side note, like, you know what I mean? So, and Mitch Green, they was grooming Mitch Green because they liked his story too. They liked his story, little wild nigga from Harlem, you know what I mean, from New York. So they was gonna run with him too. So that's why Tyson didn't knock him out. You know what I mean? They was test running something.
Mitch Green is doing a lot of holding and wasting time. I'd say at this point they're really not trying to hit each other, just putting on a show.
Exactly, my guy. Like, and not for nothing, Mitch Green had skills. Like, Mitch Green, he was nice. He was a boxer. Like, he was dope. Like, you see it. Y'all see that fight. Go back and watch that fight between him and Tyson. He wasn't scared of Tyson. Like, you know what I mean? Shit crazy though. But Tyson was you was not beating Tyson. He was the machine. He was the Jordan. Yeah, y'all know what I mean about he was the Jordan. Y'all remember that game, Bulls versus Blazers? How many of my video gamers is in the house right now? Y'all remember that game, Bulls versus Blazers? That game says it all, bro. Michael Jordan, the only nigga moving up and down the court. Everybody else moving like, you know what I mean, with the extra stutter step glitch. With Jordan moving up and down the court, he do the pump under hook, the pump under joint. Come on, bro. Yo, son, they won dominant. They seen how much money Jordan was drawing in for basketball. Plus, Jordan had the great black guy image. I told you, they can't have too many black guy Jordan images out there for the mainstream. They got to bring and build that savage, that monster. You know what I mean? That wild monster black man, though. Like, you know what I mean? So now you always got to have the Martin Luther King and the Malcolm X. You always got to have that in the arena. You know what I mean? We can't just have a arena full of straight Malcolm X's. You know what I mean? Because I'm with that. And we can't have an arena full of straight Martin Luther Kings. I'm with that too. Just let me know why the fuck I got to pick. You know what I mean? They make you want to pick all the time, guys. But, yeah. Stay emotionally intelligent.
Farrell's guy was a heavyweight named Mitch Green. He'd put Green up and supported him for 18 months. Then he arranged a fight that was supposed to launch Green's comeback. The fellow in the other corner was Bruce Johnson.
Bruce Johnson is one of these guys that you see them often in boxing, but understands that the way he can make money in boxing is to lose to name fighters. And it means that he goes into each fight trying to figure out what the easiest route out without taking an obvious dive is. And that's how he makes a living. So it doesn't serve his interest to be too good a fighter.
It doesn't take much to see how it's all connected. The guy responsible for fixing fights is managing Mitch Green, the guy fighting Tyson. And you think it's not rigged?
Mitch and I got into a shouting match at the hotel right after the fight because I'd spent, what for me at least was a lot of money on him. More than that, I'd worked very hard to engineer his comeback.
And that's a crab leg right there. Hold on. That's a whole crab leg. I'm going to tell you that. That's a whole crab leg. Y'all niggas got into an argument because he did not want to lose to Mike Tyson. He wanted to be the next up. And y'all promised the nigga he was going to be the next up. And the nigga was out there in Harlem stunting, buying shit. He had bread. He was CeeLo. Y'all was loaning this nigga shit. Cause niggas knew like, oh, this nigga coming back. He gonna be great. Like, and that shit ain't come through.
Now there would be no comeback, and all because Charles Farrell hadn't thought it necessary to establish with all concerned before the fight that there was a script so basic that even the distracted, apparently disgruntled Green would have followed.
I want the right letter. If I reopen my criminal charge on Tyson, or reopen the charges, you're going to fight. The next fight Tyson going to fight is going to be with me. And nobody else but me. They talk about he's going to fight Fred Bruno. Fred was an easy fight. I wasn't right when he fought me. I'm not going to be right now. Was I right when he hit me in my head? No. Now I want to talk about I got to fight this guy, that guy. I want to fight Mike Tyson. Michelle Tyson, you're a sissy.
I want me some Mike Tyson, baby. I want me some Michelle Sissy Tyson. You don't get like this phony clothes. Long, baby. And weaving baskets. You train. I want me some Michelle Sissy.
Because Mitch Green is managed by the man responsible for fixing fights, it's likely Tyson and Mitch Green's fight outside Dapper Dan was nothing more than a marketing strategy.
Absolutely a marketing strategy because Tyson did not do that to that nigga right there, bro. I told you who did that to the nigga. The OGs did that. He was short. He was short.
Yes.
Tyson was arrested after breaking his hand in a street brawl with Mitch Green, a boxer he'd beaten 2 years earlier in the ring. The argument had begun inside a boutique.
He's a young.
See that I have two really big monitors on here, as well as my tower, which by itself weighs like 50 pounds.
Dumb, knucklehead that got to ask his wife for permission to do whatever he do. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Kicked me. And I didn't see his punch coming. And he did not knock me down or nothing. I saw him do like this and run.
And he running with the story because he gonna make some money. He making them money for the fight. You know what I mean? And he don't really want to tell niggas that when he went back to the streets, niggas did him in like that. Big ass boxer like that. Some regular niggas put him out like that. But shit crazy, guys. Shit is a fairy tale. Shit is a movie, a motion picture. I told you gotta watch these niggas, yo. Don't be trusting these new niggas and these old niggas too. Don't trust these old niggas. Don't trust these old niggas. Then you see how all the old niggas we is worshiping, how they just come forward, talking about happy wife, happy life, and how they all simps. Fuck out of here, B. Y'all niggas be fools if you want to be. Worship God, bro. Stop worshiping these niggas, man.
I personally believe the black eye Mitch Green received was caused by someone other than Tyson, but they used it as a tool to generate interest in the second fight between the two.
Absolutely.
Are you going to file criminal charges against Mike Tyson?
Know me, in a situation like this, I don't.
You know damn well Mike Tyson ain't do that to you, so how you gonna file on him? That's a false accusation.
Informed, but why do that? Just so don't get mad, get even, so do it the right way.
Mitch Green was entertaining, boastful, funny, and similar to Muhammad Ali. This makes it entertaining. But something happened that caused the fight not to come to fruition.
Instead of it, he broke his hand on me. Bad hand, and he brought a capsule to his elbow. The next time me and Tyson fight, he gonna let him in a car wreck. I'm gonna give him a whiplash, put a cast on that big old ugly neck. Ow! I'm gonna tell you another thing. I only had one of the biggest fights called through the Manila.
The reason why they couldn't fight was because his promoter was the promoter that fixed fights, and he was not fitting to lose no more. He wasn't trying to lose to Mike Tyson. And Tyson was from a camp. Tyson camp they wanted dudes that lose fights. They wanted dudes that gonna lay down. You know what I mean? That's gonna follow instructions. They ain't even want too many of these 10-round fights. You know what I mean? They threw a 10-rounder out there because at the end of the day, niggas was paying $60 for these pay-per-views, bro. You know what I mean? But it was a mind trick. Cause you coming, you know you're gonna pay $60. It was like Balenciaga and it was designer before designer started being worn. Think about it. You niggas was paying $60 to see this nigga knock somebody out in the first round. You know what I mean? And if he didn't knock him out in the first round, they was mad, but they couldn't find a way to enjoy their $60. Like, so if he didn't knock him out, like, you get what I'm saying, guys? Like, make it make sense. Yo, psychological warfare going on, bro. Whole time, that's the blueprint. They like, yo, we gonna send him in there, boop, 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 knocking it out. The undercards, both undercards is longer than his fights. Crazy, bro, but they got your money.
I fight gonna be a little bit bigger. It'll be like King Kong versus Godzilla.
To pick the opponents for Mike Tyson. Nothing is more important than the opponents you pick for a fighter.
The strategy was to pick opponents he would not only beat, he would beat devastatingly.
When someone sees a Mike Tyson fight, we want them to leave the arena saying, when can we go see him again? And that's where Bill and I are scrupulously careful in determining who he fights.
After his fifth fight, we decided the time was at hand for the marketing of Mike.
Other interest was generated by publicist Mike Cohen, whose television and newspaper contacts added more fuel to the fire.
And when we sat down in that meeting, 100% A1 strategy was to go after the non-sports fan.
The bigger the press, the more prominent the fighter becomes, the greater purses he commands, the more interest he generates.
These fights can and do look very realistic. But let's point out some obvious fakes.
He's taken 2 counts.
Wow. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say on that one. Wow. Come on, guys. Cons, spirits, I see. You know what I mean? That's a con spirit right there. That was a con job right there. You know what I mean? Come on now. He missed on both attempts. He missed with the left and then he missed with the right. Look. Miss. Come on, guys. Unhook.
Fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. We are the champions.
Watch Tyson's arm. Yeah, here he is. See? Oh, no, it's close. Yeah.
And now what we gonna say, oh no, but he's strong. He's strong though. They're gonna say he's strong. He a strong black woman. He a strong black man. That's what he gonna say. Yeah, I saw that bullshit right there. Oh nah, Gus, but he hit him on his chin. Nah, bro, no. And then look how he about to kick his legs up and all that. Homie really about to get into the whole act with it. Like, nah, man, nah.
Watch Tyson's arm. Yeah, here he is. See? Oh, no, it's close. Yeah. You can see his leg.
Till the end. We are the champions. We are the champions.
All right, now that was a good one. See that last one, I'm gonna shut up on because you know I like to remove gray area. And yeah, Tyson's strong. Yeah, he's strong black man. You know what I mean? So, you know what I mean? That little might have did fold son like that. You know what I mean? But this one, y'all saw that uppercut ain't connect. Y'all saw all red glove on that uppercut. Fuck out of here. See what I mean? Y'all gotta unhook. The information is out there though, but you just gotta unhook from the shit you want to believe and the shit you want to worship. You know what I mean? Because that's why niggas is poor. This shit was all created to keep us poor, to keep us worshiping these niggas and not our creator, and not what the fuck we fit in the bill. You know what I mean? Word. Y'all saw it. That was the uppercut.
Tyson.
Y'all saw it. Y'all saw that. It did not connect, bro. Come on now. Come on.
Tyson misses an uppercut, and the opponent makes a motion as if Tyson hits him in the stomach. This looks rehearsed. He was supposed to go down with a body shot.
Watch this carefully, because Tyson in the blue is a bomber. He's trained by no other than Amato.
This isn't a knockdown. Tyson pushes him down with his...
For my guys, but what about the beginning of his career? I'm telling y'all guys, like when they put their hands on a character or something, they gonna build an experiment. When they put their hands on an experiment, son, it's no, you know what I mean? They want you to worship something that is undoable. You go try this shit. You know that shit. Do not try this shit at home. That's where all of the shit you see on TV, all the shit we watched, all the shit that we watched when we was young, guys, sports and all, shit we thought was real competition, it should have had the label, do not try this shit at home on there, for real.
This looks rehearsed. He was supposed to go down with a body shot.
Watch this carefully, because Tyson in the blue is a bomber. He's trained by no other than Amato.
This isn't a knockdown. Tyson pushes him down with his left hand, and the opponent is laid out as if he's hit with a power blow.
You saw that.
Even
clearly.
The way he's laying down looks fake. In this moment, Tyson acts as if he's enraged. But you can clearly see he wasn't trying to hit the other boxer. Watch as he pushes the other boxer's head down. In the same direction Tyson swings, not connecting at all.
Shit, homie looked like he blocked that one. It still went down. Fuck out of here. Get what? What? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. That was Bruce Seldon? Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh no. I gotta send somebody share this video that Floyd Mayweather for me. Somebody, Goodbread, share this video to Floyd Money Mayweather.
My curtain calls. You brought me fame and fortune and everything that goes with it. Thank you all.
Stop playing with me, yo. 1996.
And he punches extremely
1996,
hard.
yo.
He's a great fighter. He's a great fighter. I just said I was gone, you know.
And just to put the capper on this bizarre evening of boxing, following the fight, they weren't talking about tonight's fight. They were talking about Mike Tyson's next fight with Evander Holyfield.
Yet again, Mike Tyson shocks not only the boxing world, but also the general public. His latest outrage came as he bit off part of Evander Holyfield's ear in their world title fight in Las Vegas this morning.
This may be controversial and a little hard to believe, but it is my personal opinion that Mike Tyson biting Holyfield's ear was pre-planned. Although it's hard to prove, we could simply make connections to the scene and the things said.
In the first fight.
What happened here?
Fair use, fair use.
No bed of roses. No pleasure cruise.
Notice how Holyfield goes into position. If another man is about to put his mouth on your ear, you would naturally feel his breath, his tongue, and if you're a heterosexual man, this would be very uncomfortable. I say that to say Holyfield allowed Tyson's mouth on his ear without moving immediately.
Facts.
My friends. And
it's like he even holding him, he's cradling him.
I was beating him, and he spit out the mouthpiece and bit me in the ear.
Is that? How can he bite your ear with a mouthpiece? Spit it out, and then
he spit the mouthpiece out. He spit the mouthpiece out and bit me on the ear.
He says he spits the mouthpiece out and then bites him in the ear. But we see Tyson bite him with the mouthpiece in and spit it out. He has the mouthpiece in each time he tries to bite him.
I'm very angry at Evander Holyfield now.
You know what's funny? Mike was having his bench right up again. He did it.
Hit by a dirty Mike Tyson.
I can't believe what I'm seeing. Well, first he had a parachute drop on him.
I find it strange, there's no blood on Tyson's mouth or around his face due to the bite.
At this point, shit getting hectic right now. The machine can't find opponents that he could really fuck with. So now they gotta do annex. They gotta do modern annex and shit like that. You know what I mean? BET type shit, guys. Peep game. Peep game. Peep game. All downhill when you throw a real nigga in there. Lennox Lewis. You know what I mean? When you ain't got one of them cheap ass white boys jumping around in there like they really gonna do something. When you throw a real nigga in there. Peep game. Buster Douglas. Because Buster Douglas was nice, y'all. Y'all gotta go watch some Buster Douglas before that fight with Tyson.
Watch as Tyson spits a piece of his ear out.
Y'all gotta remember the machine, only thing they know is flash. They don't know skill. Machine don't know skill. And a lie, that's one thing about a lie. A lie gonna always get blown up. You can only go so far with a lie. With false greatness. You know what I mean? It's only gonna carry you but so far. He got 30. What he said? 30 mil, 33 million for this fight? And Holyfield got 30? Come on now. And the machine wrong. Because the machine was supposed to pick somebody else then. Fuck it. Like, you know what? We're not going to send our guy in there with a guy who's going to fight him. And because I ain't got the okay, they not throwing the fight. Now I don't want to go to them and then we get blown up. We don't know who's in there. You know what I mean? So why would you send your man out there like that? With that, like, fuck it, you just going to bite him. Like, what kind of shit is that, yo? And Tyson, he a puppet, so he with it. Fuck it. He with it. Like, what I do? My whole life, everything I did was okay because I've been winning for these niggas. These niggas been sending niggas that's laying down for me, so I'm looking great. And guys, stay online because we got interviews with Tyson coming up that he tell himself. Because Tyson a real nigga. Tyson wasn't fitting a lot of us, bro. He told us, do not believe the hype. He a real nigga, bro. He ain't blow himself up. He ain't want to cross over the elites. But he always told us, do not believe the hype, bro.
There should have been blood, but we don't see it. There's the ear. And then he spits the mouthpiece out afterward.
Coming into the fight, the spotter told me, he said, "Oh, Evander, let me tell you something bad gonna happen." I said, "What?" He said, "Something in your facial area is gonna happen." And I said, "So," he said, "But you got to keep your mind on God." So I tell my corner guy, "Now, if something happened, you heard what the man said, you're gonna be responsible for that, right?" I said, "Now, Mike bit me." I said, "Now, I bit somebody too." And this guy back then, you doing it for a trophy, we doing it for $50 million. Yeah. Okay? Yeah. Doing it for a trophy, we doing it for $50 million. Yeah.
Exactly, yo. You doing it for $50 million, bro. You did it for $50 million, bro. You said it.
Yeah. Yeah.
All through the 20th century and forward, they've placed the number 33 in very prominent places, with a strong connection to Freemasonry. The number is seen within a lot of staged events, scripted stories, and more. From what I've noticed, whenever you see the number 33, you will find some deception. Look at the 33s from earlier, the fixed fight with Sheldon. He fought with a record of 33 wins and 3 losses. After Tyson bit Holyfield, what was the time when they stopped the clock?
He got bit, I think.
You guessed it. 33.
Look out, he's pushed right here. Above us, Mike Tyson.
Champion of the world in this particular ambulance, and we can see him being taken to a local hospital where we're told that his doctor, who is a plastic surgeon, says that there will have to be some kind of treatment. There is Evander right there, who is circled with a baseball cap on his head. Evander, after the fight, said that he was...
What happened to the piece of Holyfield's ear after Mike Tyson bit it? An MGM Grand employee spotted the piece of Holyfield's ear in the ring. Holyfield's team placed it in an ice bucket. Mysteriously, the piece of Holyfield's ear disappeared during the ambulance ride. Mysteriously, huh? Yeah, right. Most of the Tyson fights were fixed, the ones that looked real, to the ones we thought dived out of fear. It's all to build the character.
They do these things. I used to look at YouTube and I see guys have Mike Tyson Immortal, Mike Tyson God, and I'm not worthy of that.
You are, Mike.
Hey, stop. I know.
See, you got to listen to Mike when he talk, guys. You got to listen to Mike, listen to Jay when they talk, bro. They got a funny way of telling. They got a funny way of dry snitching, but keeping their ass covered.
You can think what you want, but I know. Not for somebody to praise me and anything, no.
You gotta fight a monkey or gorilla. Who let you fight a fight? Who let you fight a fight?
If you had a monkey and a gorilla?
Yeah, who let you fight a fight?
Monkey? That's
what they do.
Sports are to keep people under control. People are encouraged to join, to outdo each other.
All right, guys, teachable moment, teachable moment. Get your pens out, get your notes out. This is what it's about right here. You know what I mean? This is what it's about. This is the culture that was created, you know what I mean, through Mike Tyson, and we see it today. And these little hell of a sons running around here slap boxing with each other. And you know what I mean? Come on, guys.
Who let you fight a fight?
If you had a monkey and a gorilla?
Yeah, who let you fight a fight?
Monkey? That's
what they do.
Sports are to keep people under control. People are encouraged to join, to outdo each other in order to show they are not weak. We can see how pitting people against each other in rivalries is common today in the form of religions, politics, and sports. These 3 areas of humanity share the commonality of the divide and conquer method. Sports creates loyalties for one team or another, and people get really into it, demonstrating their loyalty. Competition is key for people to outdo each other. Domination and winning is present instead of cooperation. This plays out in sports and politics, even religious ideas where one religion is supposed to be better, and the true religion compared to the others. All sports events are broadcast on television now, enticing an even larger audience into collective hypnosis, mind control, and escapism. And it's no wonder why Tyson was buying a shirt that told us the truth about his career.
But a number of nagging questions won't go away. Why was the world heavyweight champion shopping in Harlem for a leather jacket, ironically embroidered with the phrase, "Don't believe the hype," at 4 o'clock in the morning?
Watching Mike Tyson in movies, you would say he's not the best actor, but within his profession, he is, and was, a great actor. P.S. Don't tell him I made this video.
Yes, that was a great piece. Great piece. Great piece from my guy Hoax. And there's more, guys. There's more, guys. There's more. Definitely there's more. I'm not going to leave it like that. I'm not going to leave it like that. I'm going to drop the link and we can break this one down together. Fair use, fair use, fair use.
Mike Tyson is one of the most legendary athletes of the 20th century. Tyson's claim to fame is a unique combination of spectacular boxing knockouts together with a tumultuous life of excesses with incredible highs and incredible lows. So in this video, we are going to analyze what Mike Tyson can teach us about life success. These 7 laws are proven and universal. Ignore them at your own peril.
Tyson seemed to have destroyed.
Yeah, yo, Tyson used to stay down in Harlem, yo. He had a couple pigeon coops in Harlem. He had one on top of Canaan over there on 118th and 5th Avenue. You know what I mean? So yeah, Tyson used to stay up and down. I never really met him though. I never really met him. I heard about him being in the area, but I was doing something, so I ain't have time to be groupieing for no damn Mike Tyson. You know what I mean? But I would have though, because at the time I was a Mike Tyson head too, guys. I was a Mike Tyson head. You know what I mean? I was hooked to a couple of them. You know what I mean? That I had to desensitize from and study and see the bullshit. But yeah.
Himself as spectacularly as he burst upon the scene.
Tyson was never meant to be a great champion. He didn't have the character. He was meant to be a shooting star. He was meant to be a sensational shooting star. He's a little.
Did you hear what he just said right there? Because I was talking this shit, but I ain't let that shit slip past me, though. I ain't let that shit slip past me at all. We gonna play that back. Yes, we is.
Your own peril.
Tyson seemed to have destroyed himself as spectacularly as he burst upon the scene.
Tyson was never meant to be a great champion. He didn't have the character. He was meant to be a shooting star. He was.
Exactly. He wasn't meant to be, you know what I mean? He was meant to be a shooting star. He was meant for them to strap the rocket launcher on his back and create the narratives, push a couple of agendas to keep the poor people poor and worshiping and praising and stagnant and looking up to people that's fucking money up so that they could go and fuck money up. And the drama and the saga continues.
Meant to be a sensational shooting star. He's a little weak personality as far as being, he's easily misled. He needs love. He needs a boost. You know, he needs confidence. Somebody.
Again, why do they always go find the kid with those traits? Every time you see a shining star, it's a kid with those traits. They can't go find the kid that did what they supposed to do, that go to school, that's in his books. They can't never find him. He's not nice. He don't have the skill. No, see, it ain't about skill. It's about the story. It's about the look. You know what I mean? But they tell on themselves all of the time.
To be there with him.
Mike Tyson had a big ego, but very fragile and low self-esteem. With time, he understood that.
Who that sound like, guys, in the Bible? Who that sound like? That don't sound like Samson to y'all guys? That don't sound like Samson to y'all guys, right? All right. I told y'all that book is our basic instructions before leaving Earth. When you start reading it, you start going through stories and shit. You start understanding characters in real life. You start knowing them by the spirit. That's all. And they can't fool you. They can't lie to you. You know what I mean? That's what it's about.
My whole life lived off my ego. So I was a megalomaniac with a low self-esteem.
Low self-esteem is like an internal black hole, and you need to fill the black hole with external sources of validation. Older Tyson also understood that.
Listen, I didn't want to become a fighter because I liked his technique. He was awesome. He was smart. I liked the fighter because I liked the way the reporters talked about great fighters. I read about great fighters in the 1819, and I read how the people wrote about them. I said, fuck, this guy's almost like he's talking about Jesus.
You see, you hear it, guys? You hear it, guys? You hear it? Fuck is we worshiping niggas for, bro? We gotta worship God, bro. Our God. Our God. Whatever God that is, you gotta worship that, bro. Stop worshiping these niggas, man. Fuck these niggas, man.
And that's what attracted me to fighting. The way the reporters wrote about the guys.
In that video, he's basically saying that
y'all niggas be sitting here crab legging, going to town for this man, and he telling you he don't even care about the shit that you care that he do, that he showed y'all, that he was allowed to convince y'all that he knew. Whole time he worrying about more of the hype. He worrying about the hype more than he worrying about the skill. So modern woman.
that his life choices were to seek external validation, attention that can be used as motivation, but it also comes with major downsides that you want to address. If you don't address your need and craving for positive validation, any life event and any individual can push your buttons with negative judgment at will, and they will send you into an emotional tailspin. In these
and that's a fact, guys. Go back to earlier today's lesson with me and Big Mike Drop when we talked about being emotionally mature. That's key right there. If you worrying about criticism, if you worrying about what people saying, then you know what I mean, you already controlled. You're controlled. We can control you. You know what I mean? So this and again, guys, the lesson to learn here is this: the fake. This is how they created that alpha image to be wrong and incorrect. Because they got all the girls programmed now to think that this is alpha, that this is who they should, that this character is who they should be busting it open and having babies with. You know what I mean? And we know that that's not alpha. You know what I mean? It's not alpha. Forget what they were able to manufacture through the strength and ability of Hollywood and having and being the system, being the machine. Forget that. And let's peel that back and let's talk about the character, the actual man. You know what I mean? And like I said, this is no dig to Mike Tyson, because as you listen to him tell on himself, he's doing it in a creative way to not piss off the elites, but to also be humble enough to know not to trick the people.
Examples: Mike Tyson lashes out because he feels judged by others, and that hurts him.
Well, for example, rage against Evander Holyfield worked against you.
Well, it. It's a fight, so whatever happens, happens.
Mike, why do you have to talk like that?
Because they pay him to do that to portray that black man savage imagery. Remember, I told you, they always got to have the noble black man, your Martin Luther King, and then they got to have your Malcolm X, your savage. So, you know what I mean? While you got Jordan over there busting ass, doing it the nice way, smiling, drinking milk and shit, you know what I mean? You got motherfucking Mike Tyson. Then at the same time, you got Michael Jackson. He on both sides. He don't know what the fuck he is. You know what I mean? It's just the image of the black man was always toyed with and promoted and pushed to us. And they'll give us a little skill that we like. And just because we like the skill, we forget the behavior that is perpetuated. You know what I mean, guys? Stay emotionally intelligent.
Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station.
You know what? I think we'll end the discussion right now.
Then we could.
You got it. Have a nice fight, Mike.
Off.
It's so interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you really.
You see, as he looked to the side, like if he looked like you, that's good. That was it. That's how you want me to come off.
Piece of shit. Hey, with that comment. No, that was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. We're gonna wrap up this interview. Thank you for coming in. Fuck you.
And we know Mike Tyson is way smarter than this, guys. Y'all know that. Look how he talk now. Now that he ain't working for the machine ain't working for him. They done spit him out because he old. You know what I mean? Look how he's so intellectual. This was the shit we was raised to believe, though. This the Tyson we know. This shit that got us out there like, yeah. Getting our head knocked off and shit. Getting us beat up thinking we fucking him. You know what I mean? Come on, guys. Uh-huh.
Law 2. Sell the hype. Never buy it. Most people cluster around the average. They are average in most of what they do, and they lead boring and average lives. But they dream of being more powerful and confident, and they are awed by excesses. And that's where you step in. You're gonna sell them that dream. You will offer them to live off vicariously in your life of abundance, extremes, and excesses. Don King was great at flaming Tyson's hype to rake in millions. A similar formula used by Muhammad Ali before Tyson and by McGregor and Valentino Rossi in other sports. Tyson and Rossi also hyped up their animalistic and dangerous side to intimidate their opponents, which is a great example of psychological warfare. If you can play up your animalistic and dangerous side, go for it. Luckily and unluckily, Tyson was groomed from the beginning to believe in his own invincibility. Cus D'Amato did it for him.
Cus got into the head of every boxer and drove the idea that he would become a champion. If you doubted even for a second, the coach was furious and could kill Tyson.
Yeah, and could pick the who gonna lay down for you on the back end. So even if he ain't telling you the nigga laying down, you ain't do nothing, bro. You just as shocked as everybody is when the nigga fall down. You like, oh shit, you know damn well you ain't hit that nigga. You know what I mean? So that's why you a machine. You not gonna lose, bro. You gonna keep the registers opening in this circus of a zoo. Come on, guys, it's on now. It's on now. We got it. We got the information that's out here. Y'all on. It's on now.
Tyson recalled.
He made me believe I was the best fighter the world has ever produced.
This is something you must be careful of. It can be helpful, but it can also play against you. As you reach the peak, there will be no shortage of people who will help you to believe your own hype. Sycophants want to stay on your payroll. Groupies want to get in your pants. The media needs to sensationalize everything to sell, and starstruck men want to believe the hype and feed it back to you. See Eminem doing it here.
I still feel like you still look like you could punch a fucking brick wall and put a hole in that bitch.
Yeah.
I saw recently. I just gotta say, like, bro, you are like.
See, and then when you take another puppet, we saw this already. We saw this with the show. How you take somebody who gas it up and like, oh, yo, because I saw the bell had 300 bitches. And because I already got y'all believing what I do and what I say, now all I got to do is say that. And now look, y'all going to believe the bell had 300 bitches. You see how that work? Like, it's simple shit, guys. This the basics in psychological warfare and social programming. The basics.
A god to me. Like I
Before you know it, the acronym GOAT starts making the rounds. Now you're the baddest man on the planet, fearless, invincible. But remember, hype is to be told and sold, never bought. You're a pusher of hype, and you never get high on your own hype supply. Tyson did get high on his own hype supply.
I really thought I was somebody special, because no one's ever done that, not even Muhammad Ali. And then once again, I let everything go away, and I believed I was a god. I believed I was Because when I was a little kid and I won the title, I felt so in love with that illusion of myself and shit. My ego took over and I'm Mike Tyson. I'm the
And how can it not though, bro? You knocking niggas out. Niggas is falling down. Niggas is falling down for you, and like you gotta look at your hands sometime. I know I would lay down at night and be like, yo, yo, that's all I'm gonna say. I'm looking, yo. Come on, bro.
the best ever lived and all this bullshit. And
I started hearing him saying different things. I'm the baddest man on this planet. No one can be on this planet. You never know what's going to happen.
Mike's techniques eroded, and when the other guy starts throwing punches, Mike starts getting hit because he doesn't practice the techniques anymore. And when you add the combination together and a very finely tuned Buster Douglas.
He figured it out, bro. He figured it out. This nigga fitting to lay down. Y'all told him already. Y'all must have had to. He must have had to come to y'all like, yo, really? After one of them fights where he knew he missed Son's head and Son still fell out and threw his legs in the air and all that, he had to have come to y'all, and y'all must have told him then. Yeah, that's then when y'all told him like, oh, Tyson, you know what I mean? We throwing some fights for you. So now you fucking with his self-esteem. So now he like, shit, I ain't do none of that. You see how that's why I say Tyson was a victim, bro. He was a victim. He ain't even see it, but he was the victim.
Douglas, confident, trained, at the right spot at the right time, very relaxed, doing his best. It was the wrong combination for Tokyo, and Mike got knocked out in 10 rounds.
Like so many before him, Tyson got complacent, stopped training, and got soft. The worst combination is you believing your own hype and your opponent wanting to prove it wrong. And as a rule of thumb, the better and more dangerous your opponent, the less likely he is to believe the hype. See how Holyfield not only ignored Tyson's hype, but turned it on its head.
Figured if Mike could do it, I could do it.
So that gave you inspiration.
That gave me inspiration.
Worst of all is what happens when you eventually lose. If your ego is built around the false hype of invincibility, the inevitable first loss will destroy you at a mental level. In Tyson's case, after Buster Douglas' loss and over the past decade, his life unraveled.
In anything, if you want to be the best garbage can collector in the world, anytime you want to be the best in the world at anything, there's going to be disappointments.
Yeah. Yep.
There's a lot of competition. And there's going to be guys that peak at a younger age that he's going to blow you away when he's a kid. And then you're going to deal with a guy that blows you away when he's an old guy.
Yeah.
And then it's going to come to time when you're experienced enough, the next thing you know, you start blowing everybody else. Everybody gets their turn.
Yeah.
You know, that's just what it is. Everybody gets their turn.
Yeah, but it's like you're...
And that was one of that. That was that. But guys, y'all remember this video? Y'all remember this, where we at? Yeah, y'all remember this? Y'all remember this piece that he did when he was with, what's the boy? Shannon Sharp. And he talked about his mother. That was a key interview right there, guys. I want to go pull up that interview. Definitely want to pull up that interview. That interview was very important. You know what I mean? Mike Tyson told a lot. He spoke a lot in that interview. He did not want to lie to us. You know what I mean? Fair use, fair use. He bingo, he goddamn right. Not when the machine backing you, not when you got the machine behind you. No, you're not. It was no way. You heard him. It was no way.
And those are bad habits.
So do you think if you had lost earlier in your career, do you think it would have helped you become a better fighter?
There was no way I was going to ever lose early in my career.
Why?
I was just
I was out here. It was all defined by God.
Yo, my nigga Mike, he said, fuck it, I'm going to give it up to the God. And that was the right thing to do. That was the right thing to do. He said, you heard him, he was cheat. Let me just give it up to God. Yo, it's crazy, man. It's crazy, guys. It's crazy. You heard him, though. From his mouth to your ears, man. From his mouth to your ears. He do not want to lie to Shannon. He do not want to lie to us.
And those are bad habits.
So do you think if you had lost earlier in your career, do you think it would have helped you become a better fighter?
There was no way I was going to ever lose early in my career.
Why?
I was just, I was out here. It was all defined by God. It wasn't going to happen.
Jamie Foxx is set to portray your character in a limited series called Tyson. Is that project still set to go?
Hey, I don't know anything about any pictures and stuff. I'm enjoying the moments I have now.
Is Mike Tyson misunderstood?
I think we all are. Nobody knows who we are.
That boy ducking all the questions, but he telling the truth, though. You see what I'm talking about? He telling the truth. You don't know who he is. You like to think you know who Mike Tyson is. Oh, he the greatest heavyweight champion ever. Yeah, yeah.
Is that project still set to go?
Hey, I don't know anything about any pictures and stuff. I'm enjoying the moments I have now.
Is Mike Tyson misunderstood?
I think we all are. Nobody knows
people have about Mike Tyson.
I never knew they had one.
So
he like, yo, damn, did they figure it out? You know, it shouldn't be no misconceptions. I showed them what the machine said that I needed to do to get this bread, and everybody like me. Everybody like me. All the poor people like me. And the rich people too. I entertained the rich people too.
The person that we see or the person that we think we know, that's who you are?
I can never be that person because I actually don't know who I am. If I knew who I was, I could be a very limited thinking person at this stage of my life. Man, I'm going to end it on that note right there because like I said, he was a victim. Mike Tyson was a victim. You know what I mean? But he was real. He was one of the real ones. He ain't want a lot of us. He ain't want crab leg to us. You know what I mean? But you be a fool to sit there and engulf your self-beliefs in any of that foolish shit that you saw. You know what I mean? True story, guys. True story. I mean, boxing is dead. You know what I mean? They went to the well one too many times with that fake shit and let UFC, because people want authentic. People want real shit. Like people, look how fast my channel growing, bro. Because what we do here, we separate the gray area. We no gray area over here, bro. So people want the real shit. As bad as people front, like they don't want real shit, they get tired of the fake shit. The fake shit is repetitive. Is you know what I mean? Everybody's saying the same shit. People want to hear some different shit. People want to hear some truth. People want to hear the real shit. You know what I mean? And that's where boxing fucked up and allowed UFC, which is real. It's real. They real. Niggas come out there fucked up. It's real. Arm broke, leg broke. It's real. It's real competition. And that's what people wanted. And that's why UFC was able to come right in and boom, take over. You know what I mean? Boxing went to the well one too many times because they misused their big meal ticket. You know what I mean? They misused Mike Tyson. He went through too many hands. You know what I mean? And it was fun while it lasted. It looked amazing. It was great. It was fantastic. But it was fake. You know what I mean? And fake can't be your new real, bro. Fake can't be. You can't be that desperate. You know what I mean? And that deprived of hope that you start just settling for fake shit, bro. You know what I mean? Only babies and women like fake shit, bro. Real niggas don't fuck with fake shit. You know what I mean? Real niggas don't fuck with fake shit at all. You know what I mean? And simps fuck with fake shit, though. Simps fuck with fake shit. You know, they like them big asses. They like them BBLs. You know what I mean? They love fake shit. Simps, babies, and women, they fuck with, you know what I mean? Fake shit. Real niggas don't fuck with fake shit. You know what I mean? But this been a good one, class. This been a good one. You know what I mean? It's been a good one. You know what I mean? MMA definitely took over the major market. MMA is where it's at. And you know what I mean? That's what we finna do. We finna do an MMA move to boxing. We finna take over. And you know what I mean? I want to say salute to the Goodbreads. I'm gonna end on that note. I'm gonna end on a solution, on a celebration, celebratory note. You know what I mean? Salute to the Goodbreads. Thanks to all the brothers in the righteous fear. Thank y'all, yo. It's y'all. Like I told y'all, it's a total team effort. You know what I mean? I ain't shit without y'all. You know what I mean? If y'all wouldn't be here, I wouldn't have no reason to come up here and, you know what I mean, put together these pieces of content and these concepts and make y'all think and put y'all on to some new shit. You know what I mean? I wouldn't even have no reason to do that. You know what I mean? I would just take all my God-given blessings and my winnings and my earnings and just mind my business. You know what I mean? But I choose to do that because y'all guys, y'all want the truth. Y'all want the real shit. You know what I mean? Y'all can go to any other channel for the entertainment. When y'all want that real shit, you know what I mean? When y'all tuck y'all big boy drawers up, y'all pull them up, and ladies, when you put your big girl panties on, you know what I mean? And you want that real shit, you know what channel to come to, B. Never mind my cussing. Don't worry about my cussing. I'm getting better too, because I ain't even cussed. I ain't even say the B word on this live. Bitch. Know what I mean? But you know what I mean? I got to give y'all different content. I can't vibrate on low vibrational shit all day. I can't talk about modern women all day long. When Red Pill not just about modern women. Red Pill, Mgtow is about knowing what the fuck is going on, not going with the programming. And that shit that we just witnessed today was all of the programming. So if you're a Red Pill man, Mgtow man, you supposed to be Roman 12 too. You're not supposed to be going with the ways of the world. You know what I mean? Fuck all that shit. All that shit fake. You know what I mean? You got to stand on that. You got to stand on that. You know what I mean? You got to stand on that, bro. You know how because we like shit, we let it slide. Like, no. You like the wrong shit and you're doomed. You're poor. See, that's what's wrong with the poor folks. They like the wrong shit. They dub the right shit, but like the wrong shit because it make them feel good. You know what I mean? Stupid. Big dummies, you know what I mean? How you say? Big dummies. Big dummies. But all right, class, it been real. You know what I mean? Salute to you guys. We on the road to 5,000 now. We got to 4,000 so quick. You know what I mean? We got to 4,000 thanks to y'all so quick. Salute to all my new guys that came on over. Salute to my guy Anthony Spade, because I already know what time it is. It was that post. You shared that shit went viral. We got a bunch of new guys over here. Salute to Sigma Nation. You know what I mean? Salute to my free agents. Salute to my passport bros, my Mgtow men. You know what I mean? My incels with some sense. Salute to y'all. The ones with some sense. You know what I mean? But we gonna take over. So that's it. I'm done rambling. Enjoy the rest of y'all night, gang. You know what I mean? Salute to y'all. And again, I really, really appreciate y'all, man. I really, 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 really appreciate y'all. You know what I mean? I salute the Cash Apps on the next live because I had to turn it off tonight. Guys, this was a good one. This was an important one. But check y'all tomorrow, man. 9 o'clock. Y'all know what time it is.
You are not niggers. You are not coons. You may smoke reef and drink wine and do crazy, wicked things, but you are not a wicked person by nature. You have lent yourself to wickedness, but you are a divine creature that must now come into the knowledge and power of your own divinity. And no preacher can resurrect you into your divinity. It takes God himself to bring you into your own divine nature. So we're not dealing with prophets. We have walked out of prophet teaching. This is the time and the presence of God. So I don't talk about God will come. God is already here. And he's working in me to resurrect you to your divine nature.